Officials in Cameroon, a county lying at the junction of Western and Central Africa, have just sentenced 2 transgender women to 5 years in prison. Human rights activists are saying that this is part of a growing criminalization of minorities and transgender people in the country. I'm going to get into all the details in just a moment, but first, if you could do us a big favor and please tap that like button, it would really help us out. That out of the way, let's begin. Recently, a YouTuber named Stiuso, who often speaks about the discriminatory laws in Cameroon, along with her friend Patricia, were both arrested in a restaurant. This incident took place on February 8th, and since that time, they have been held in a detention center. However, a court in the city of Douala has just announced that they both would be sentenced to 5 years behind bars, and in addition to that, they are being fined 200,000 francs each. Their crimes, you ask? Well, the court has said that they attempted homosexuality, engaged in public indecency, and failed to carry identification. In response to this, many organizations tweeted out to raise awareness. An account called All Out said, "Arrested for being trans in Cameroon. Send a solidarity postcard to Patricia and Stiuso ahead of their next court hearing. Let's show them that they're not alone." According to Alice Nicole, one of the lawyers that are trying to fight this sentence, they told media outlets, "This is a political decision. It's the central government that said these people must not bring homosexuality to Cameroon." Alice, who is the head of the Association for the Defensive Rights of Homosexuals, also told BBC News, "It's a hammer blow. It's the maximum term outlined in the law. The message is clear. Homosexuals don't have a place in Cameroon." Their other lawyer, Richard Tanfu, says that the pair will appeal against the verdict as there is no proof that these acts that they are being accused of were even committed. What's wild is that if the two of them are unable to raise the money to pay for these penalties, they will face another 12 months in prison on top of their 5-year sentence. Leading up to the announcement of their sentence, a petition had been launched online with hopes of securing their release. So far, it has gained over 10,000 signatures and alleges that the pair have been questioned under pressure by way of threats and torture. Plus, they have not been able to receive any visits from friends, family, or legal counsel. For those of you who may not know, Cameroon strengthened their anti-homosexuality laws in 2016. They actually changed the penal code to explicitly outlaw same-sex relationships. Their animosity towards gay and transgender people in Cameroon is absolutely out of control. According to Human Rights Watch, they found that at least 24 people, including a 17-year-old boy, had been arrested, beaten, or threatened across the country, all because of their association with the LGBT community. Now, when the government decides to criminalize same-sex couples, all that does is lead to an uprising of hate. Neil Goschel, who is an associate director at Human Rights Watch, spoke on this surge of hate, saying, "These recent arrests and abuses raise serious concerns about a new upsurge in anti-LGBT persecution in Cameroon. The law criminalizing same-sex conduct puts LGBT people at a heightened risk of being mistreated, tortured, and without any consequences for the abusers." It's just wild that they were given such a harsh sentence without any evidence to back it up. When you have a government that runs like this and essentially doesn't even respect their own citizens, it's only a matter of time before that system crumbles. I mean, really think about that. They each were given a 5-year sentence for attempted homosexuality without any tangible evidence. An activist, Bandy Kiki, spoke about this as well and said, "Cameroonians should be worried about how the law is being applied, but homophobia has paralyzed our sense of judgment and humanity. We are all contributors to the hellhole we call a country." For now, those are all the updates that we have for you today, but definitely leave us a comment down below with how you're feeling about all of this. And while you do that, I'm going to check out some of your comments from the video titled "YouTubers Nikki and Danny Filippi Spark Major Backlash." The Adventures of Maverick and Red says, "They honestly deserve the backlash. There's something very wrong with this couple. Their video was quite disturbing. He clearly needed training and proper owners. There was no need for this. They are arrogant clout chasers." Yeah, a lot of people had a big issue with the way that they reacted in the video. It almost looked like they were trying to act. It's just a strange situation. There were so many better options, but here we are. Wilford Dale says, "Okay, Bowser obviously did not bite their kid. No injury at all in the photo shoot. The dog probably just nipped him for being a brat. What is wrong with this couple?" Again, we were not in the household when they were dealing with this dog on a daily basis, so I don't want to speculate on anything, but just based off of what we've seen, it does seem very strange. You know, the whole photo shoot thing. Again, let's move on. Sarcasm says, "My dog bit me and is aggressive to everyone that he isn't accustomed to. I never put him down and I still love him. What is wrong with these people?" Again, everyone's different. Not a lot of people can handle dogs, and with that situation, I mean, just yikes. Like, it does still feel like there should have been a better answer to that scenario. Paige Bartlett says, "This was horrific to watch. Makes me sick to my stomach as a parent that anyone would think that this was okay." Yeah, I truly don't know, again, how they arrived at that conclusion. Jack Garrison says, "I believe that these people were lying about the dog being dangerous, that they didn't just really care for him at all. I don't see any bite marks on their son's face." I mean, again, I don't I'm gonna read the comments out there and let it stand where it may, but again, I don't want to speculate on information that I don't have. I just don't have. Well, we saw no bite marks, but we weren't there. So for now, though, that has been today's video, guys. Thank you so much for watching. I've been your host, Johnny Rogers, and until next time, stay classy, YouTube.